help bring down the blood sugar.
Okay.
And these are with oils that can be taken under the tongue, and or you can take them and you can put them in drops in the vegetable capsules.
Okay.
So the kingdomofhealing.com site, we don't have basil, but the herbal medicine doctor, dr.com, that company, they have basil. So they also sell the vegetable glycerin capsules. So you can open up those capsules and you can put 1 drop of oregano, 3 drops of basil, and 3 drops of lemon. And you can put that into a gelatin capsule. Take 1 capsule 2 times a day. Within 3 days, the blood sugar, this guy, his blood sugar dropped from 400 plus to 100.
Oh, well, I'm doing this right away for this kid right now. He just got back from California, and he said that his number's been up in the high 400, 500. So
he can go into a coma. And
I'm doing this right now. After the show, I'm going to be calling his butt over because I got every one of these. Okay. So
1 drop of oregano, 3 drops of basil, and 3 drops of lemon into a capsule. The basil and the lemon is not a problem if you put it in even a little shot glass and some water and drink it. But I guess if he plugs his nose, 1 drop of oregano, you could also just drink it. Just don't put it in a big glass of water, or you're not going to be able to do it. Do it in the smallest amount of water that you can, just 1 ounce, half of a shot glass, and put the drops in there. Oregano oil is way overpowering. It can just shudder you to your toes. But I'm going to tell you something. It wards off.
So now, if you put it in the gel cap and you take it, will you get oregano burps?
You could. I don't know.
Just wondering.
Yeah. The guy didn't say, but the other thing is.
So would it be best to eat that on a once you eat, or before you eat, or
probably right before you eat. Right before you eat, because it's like with enzymes. Take your enzymes before you eat. We digest food from the bottom up.
Okay.
Don't eat and throw an enzyme on top of your food. And then you wonder why you get heartburn. It's like we don't digest from the top down.
We digest
from the bottom up.
It makes sense. Okay.
So take the enzyme before.
Okay.
And just like with this, because oregano is powerful. And years ago, I had a big bottle of oregano extract, and I had a restaurant, that 5,000 square foot restaurant, and we did organic greens, and I put in a water purification system, and I bought meat from the naturally raised, from the ranchers that was all grass fed, and so it's really we ate there too, so the food coming out of there was really good. And it was hard where I was located in this area, in this part of the country, because they weren't too into organic, down in the Ozarks, and those have changed now. It's changing now, but I was a little early on with that. But everybody was sick. I mean, my whole crew was getting sick. And, my waitresses and a couple of the cooks that helped me, because I controlled what came out of the kitchen. I was on that line, and so my family and myself, we were the only ones throughout that time. It was for almost 2 weeks where we were handling it pretty much on our own. And I'll never forget that morning. I was standing at the kitchen sink, and I looked down the kitchen and looked at one of the herb racks that, this herb rack is about 6 feet long, about 3 feet wide, it's loaded with stuff. And right up there on that top shelf was that bottle of liquid concentrated oregano oil. And I mean, my body just started shaking, just thinking about, I know I have to do this. I cannot afford to get sick. I cannot. And, I poured myself about 2 ounces of straight concentrated liquid oregano. I mean, it makes me just shudder to even think about it.
Whoa, wow.
But you know what? I did not get sick. You know what that meant? I was really overworked.
You're a soldier.
Really overworked. It was like, man, I hope my customers understand, but no, they don't, because people want it like right now.
Right.
Right now. It's like, but I had to stay healthy. It was terrible.
Oh, I bet.
1 drop in 1 ounce of water. Plug your nose, tilt your head back, slam it down. You can do it. Otherwise, put it in a gelatin capsule and 1-2 times a day. And the other thing that I want to say is, this particular person that brought the blood sugar down from the 400s to 100 and stayed that way, he also lost in a year later, and he still does this every day. He lost 100 pounds. He lost over 100 pounds.
My goodness.
In a year.
Wow.
He's diabetic. Mm-hmm. No longer had any blood sugar issues at all. On the herbalmedicinedoctor.com website, there's a combination called Tension Blend. And that's really good to like roll onto the hands, pulse points, the wrist is what I mean, is on the wrist. Rub it on the neck. Rub it along the spine. And it'll get rid of a headache. The stress, this particular tension blend is for stress, and it's also for mood swings and depression. The deep blue for pain is that has a lot of these that are mixed in this helichrysum, black pepper, white fir combination. The deep blue for pain, and a couple drops of that on the feet and along the spine, and it really it helps with the pain. It takes care of the pain. The other one, this one, the deep blue, I think there was something in that you don't take it internally, but this one here that you make up, you can take that internally as well. The white fir, the black pepper, helichrysum, peppermint, lemongrass, that can be taken internally. So you could put those on drops as well into water or some type of a capsule. The On Guard, again, that's for the immune system, and that has the cloves in it. So just remember the ORAC value of that cloves is second to none. There is a lavender. Lavenders for anxiety. Lavender works better than aloe for burns.
Really? I did not realize that one.
It's better than aloe. It's used for cuts, wounds, calming, any stings, problems with sleeping, inflammation. Rub it all over a swollen ankle. It stops nosebleeds. Put it at the base of the neck. Put it on bites. Put it on burns. It's absolutely, lavender is one of nature's miracles.
Wow.
3 days, a third-degree burn. Spraying it down with lavender and purified water. Misting and spraying over a third-degree burn area, even where there's blisters. You can tell how healed, accelerated that skin is that heals underneath that burn.
Very interesting. I'm gonna have to try that out because I got lavender, and
Lavender.
I had just gotten a blister not too long ago, and
Lavender.
I'm gonna try that.
It's better than aloe. And then your citrus for detoxifying. Because everybody should go through a good detoxification a couple times a year. If not 3 times a year, because there's just so many things. I mean, come on, our atmosphere alone is scary. It'll throw
Right.
our body into an acid environment. I talked about that with pH balancing, and we've got all these different chemicals going out into the atmosphere. Along with 570 some metric tons of lead. Really lead being put into our atmosphere for us to breathe, and then. Then there's everything that's grown in the soil with the herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, the chemical enema that, the ground has to get in order to, grow with all of these weird hormones. And we wonder why 10-year-olds look like 20-year-olds, and it's like, yeah, it's all the hormones in the ground that are put on the crops and stuff. So extremely important to eat organically. And extremely important to eat grass-fed meat, hopefully from a rural area that doesn't have the chemtrails all over them everywhere. And so, by detoxifying, some of the oils that help in that detoxification is all of your citrus oils are a detoxifier. So your wild orange, your lemon, grapefruit. You can make a really amazing detoxifier by using 3 drops of lemon, 1 drop of clove, and 1 drop of cilantro essential oil. And the cilantro essential oil is that is with the herbalmedicinedr.com is where you can find that cilantro oil that is food grade and high quality. And they have all of them, but kingdomofhealing.com also has the lemon and the clove as well. But so that one for a detoxification, you can do the detoxification that takes care of the Great American Diet, the SAD diet, SAD, which is our SAD standing for Standard American Diet, the SAD diet. So that detoxification, the 3 drops of lemon, that's your antioxidant. It cuts and breaks down toxins that are in the cell. You can even use lime or grapefruit, if you want, or wild orange. And then the clove, remember that the clove is a mega antioxidant, super, the highest of the ORAC scale, the 1.2 million on the ORAC scale. And then 1 drop of cilantro. And you can put that into a capsule or put it into 1 ounce of water and drink it twice a day. There's another detoxifier. It's called Zendocren, Zendo, and then Chren. And that one, that's a pretty intense. That's an intense detoxifier for chemicals and heavy metals in the body. This Zendocren. And what you want to do with that is that particular detoxifier, you're going to use that 10 days on at 2 times a day. And then you can either buy it in the capsule or the oil. And then 10 days on and 2 days off. And you're going to rest for 1 week. And then go back on it, 10 days on it twice a day, 10 days, and then rest a week. And alternate that on detoxifying and flushing and pulling pulling all these chemicals, that there's so much